Need to make sure everything's good, and while we're doing that, I can put these together. All right, everything should be looking good. Just gonna move that over. All right, there we go. A little bit more room. All right, now I can test to see if it'll actually fucking work. It's been 2 minutes. Let me see. I just need to see how the stream is, and then we'll be good to go. All right, hold on. I just need to see. Okay, moderation. Come on, any sound? Got any sound? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm back. This is a long overdue. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it short, but there's a 10-minute update video coming out tomorrow that explains some stuff. But to keep it short, because of my failure to do the stream when I was supposed to do it before we left 2 weeks ago. Right, 2 weeks, 1, 2. Yeah, before we left 2 weeks ago, so the 6th or the 7th, or after we came back a week ago, so the 16th or the 17th. I ended up doing neither, so here I am, 2 weeks after, 2 weeks and some change after we left, and pretty much a week exactly after we came back, now doing this stream. So the next stream, to make up for that, the next stream will be around the 12th, like 10th, 11th, 13th, around then, because our recording days are the 12th and the 14th. That's actually part of the reason why this stream was a struggle at the start, because originally for the summer we had Monday, Wednesday, Friday as recording days, and we've been doing some games. We've recorded 3 games. Actually, we just finished one. Well, finished. We're still doing at least like 1 or 2 more sessions for it, but yeah, that's for the update video. All right, with that being said, I'll continue when we start the game. Let's actually start the game. Oh man, what has happened since the last time? No, let's play this time. let's see, what's happened since the last time I streamed? Not much. I think there was a Nintendo Direct. When did I stream? The last time I streamed was hold on. The last time I streamed was a month ago. Damn it. Yeah, the last time I streamed was a month ago. Alright, you know what, I'll just take it and see. It was June 4th. So... yeah, it was June 4th. Was the last time I did this. There was a Nintendo Direct, a few game news stuff. Not too much happened, but... yeah, that's whatever. Okay. Alright. There hasn't been much, obviously. There hasn't been a lot of Pokemon news, because why would there be? The next major game is coming out next year. I've heard rumors about stuff, and, I'm going to start the videos mentioned again in the update video soon. But I think the first thing we need to do is remember what we're doing. We're going down the mountain. Right. We can check Poképalago, actually. It's been a while since I've loaded the game up, period, so... oh, hi. Into the ball. Sphere captured and another page done. But yeah, I haven't been keeping up with too much. I've just been enjoying my life. But last I remember hearing through rumors was that Winds and Waves may be aiming for September. If that's the case, it really doesn't matter when this gets done, so long as it's before the end of the year. But that does mean that Ultra Moon has to be done by then. Kinda like Pokemon Y. Pokemon Y's last stream was, I think, a week before ZA was released. I would prefer to have actual time myself after finishing that shit, because that was part of the reason why I was so burnt out once the new year hit this year. Because it was, I don't regret doing it, right? But it was like, okay, looking at that entire year, we did, I believe we did Sonic Adventure earlier that year, right? And then I did my Pokemon Day videos, and then after that, I think we started Portal, or I don't actually remember. It's been a bit, because that was more than a year ago now. I can look on the channel real quick, actually, but I do know that things were, yeah, things were, there was a line. So if I go down, I'm gonna keep going down. Yes, okay, I was right. So at this, so that's what happened. All right, cool. So looking at that, I was doing Pokemon Y from late last year or mid last year. We can look at the other ones. Maybe these berries. But yeah, I was doing Pokemon Y since mid to late last year because that was or mid to late last year. I was right, or was it mid to late 24? No, it was mid to late last year. No, it was started 2 years ago, but it really started picking up last year. But yeah, we also started Minecraft around then. But yeah, so I was doing Y alongside everything. We did Sonic Adventure 2 up to the lead up of Shadow Gens, that was 24, right? And then my thoughts on Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Gens, then we did Sonic Generations and Shadow Gens, and then we did Portal in 24 at the very end. Then we did the Switch 2 stuff, then we did Sonic Adventure in early 25. I did my Pokemon videos and some gameplay for Race Across Worlds. I did my Pokemon videos for Pokemon Day. Sonic Adventure kept going. News for ZA started, so I started on that. Then we did Portal 2. You know what? We'll do. This crop will be all berries, and this one will be all comic berry, and then we'll do just a bunch of super berries. And then we'll put some of these. Alright, and I haven't put them anywhere, so yep. But yeah, nah, so we did Portal early to late last year. Oh, this dude. I actually do want to fight him. Yeah, we did Portal 2. There were a few updates, and then did a ZA video. Then we did Colors while we were on vacation, so that was a nice break. And when we came back, it was a channel update, ZA news on repeat in August, with League Planet, more ZA news, a bunch of Pokemon videos toward the end. This was around when ZA was about to come out. So I did counting the September news summary, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon videos, and then we started streaming ZA. Streamed ZA basically every day till I finished it, and then kept grinding. Then while that was happening, I did Mega Dimension videos, Pokemon Covia videos, and then we went on vacation again, and then this year started. And yeah, by that point, I was burnt the fuck out. That's part of the reason why Forces started when it did, because I had to get over burnout and actually start. But this year would be Pokemon Week. Fairy. Do I have any of that really encounters that? Not really. I should soon, but not right now. I should just not be in as this. Yeah. Sonic Forces happened, then we started Pokemon Week. The fuck? I hope we get Hyper Fang at some point. What? Oh yeah, Dark type move. I'm switching out. But yeah. And then we started Let's Go. I like Pokemon League. The only reason why I didn't do that for Sonic was because it wasn't really much. Like there wasn't a playthrough because we recorded them all. and I don't want to use the first off the evaluation, surprise, surprise. But also, I don't want to use some of that yet until we know there's a game coming out. Which, I mean, I guess there is Sonic Pico Park, but I mean, like, the mainline game. Which should be happening next year, but also we didn't get any movie news either, so... But yeah, I think... So, like, I'll save that for then. So, there wasn't really a game to post, there wasn't a game to stream, so... What do I want to do here? I have a quick fall, that is my own fault. These things have sturdiness, just like it's super effective but not stab. If it does damage to itself when it does that, yeah, so you can just let it keep going. But yeah, so the movie comes out I think March, so we're like officially, or what was it, in April? So we're October's 6 months, so we're like pretty much 8 months away from that. So who knows? They might have, because they've been coinciding with the movies since after the first one. You know, because we had Frontiers before movie 2. We had Sonic X Shadow Generations before movie 3. So they might have something around movie 4. Sandbox it is. I'm not gonna use it. But yeah, not Pokemon wise. I also did Bocopia earlier this year. But yeah. And then we did Let's Go, and that went on until, what, earlier this week? That recording itself went on until, I think, late May. But the posting went on until earlier this week. So... that's freshly done. As a matter of fact, that reminds me I need to move that to our completed playthroughs list. I need to move that to our completed playthroughs list before the update video comes out. Let's see. The next one is Odyssey, so I need to edit Odyssey. That'll be the main priority, but that's not going to take too much. That I can do those videos, I think, in like a... Ooh. I can do those videos, I think, in like a day. And that playthrough's actually all the way finished already. Like, that's a Vault's playthrough. So we have all that done, so I just need to find it. This thing is part rock type, so maybe... Ooh, okay. That was fucking wild. Well, I guess I'm not having a mini then. But yeah, so Pokemon-wise, other than this stuff, unless there's news for something, I won't really be doing much Pokemon stuff for the rest of the year, honestly. Because there really isn't much point. Well, it really just depends on when they start and when the time they want to release the game is, because you know, we did get some extra news for ZA if earlier in the year, because of the earlier launch window, you know. Because usually we just get that stuff like Pokemon Day, and then it's just like, well, we'll see you in June. We didn't get news in June, I don't think, but we did get another trailer in March, and we got the release date in May. So then we got a completely new trailer in July. So I'm expecting roughly the same thing. He has a Magmar. Damn it! There needs to be a lot of some more options for stuff like this, because that's way too easy. That's way too easy to do. But yeah, so if that September thing is true, I would expect. Actually, let's check TMs. I need to see if there's anything I can use. Oh, we could put Leech Block on somebody. Ooh, we could put that on. Let's see, we're already getting a Psychic types and Grass types. Bug, we can do some to other Dark types. No one can learn the Steel type moves they have, though, which is unfortunate. Okay. But yeah, no, back to the point that I was making. You know, if it is September, then that likely means we'll probably see something about it in April. So, you know, it's February, March, April, and then we won't see it again until maybe July. And then July up until it comes out in September, but I'm still holding November. You know. I'm still holding November just to be safe, even though the last couple of major releases haven't. Well, I mean, yeah, Pokémon. The last couple major releases haven't been November. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, the last November release we had was Scarlet and Violet. Water. It has sturdy. Yeah, oh well, it's cooked. It gets. It's Iron Head by Tutors. So you know what? I was supposed to put that on there and forgot. That is my own fault. Let's see. It's only a matter of time until you get better too, because I think you get Earthquake when you become a Vikavolt, I think. Just to look. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but there really isn't much else to say until, you know, until we get more news. So, Dig Mudslide. Okay, it doesn't. I don't know where I got that from. It does learn some Steel type moves, but they're mainly set up. This is mainly just going to be completely fair. It does get Poison Jab and Flash Cannon, though, so we will have Steel type coming. I need to know who the hell gets. Oh, it gets Bulldoze and later guns. That's what I was thinking about. Alright. who can learn ground type move on here? I guess. That's really the only coverage we're desperate. I mean, we really don't even really desperately need it because unless we fight red, which honestly I probably will choose red, we don't really need ground type coverage like that. That's another trainer, so we can continue. So, pick this up, we're going to take the picture, and we'll see next. I think also gets poisoned out. I don't think we have anything that can... Yeah. Go. This one. Yes. New record. 20,000. But we need 100,000. So. Sorry about the constant stopping. I'm just looking to have our affairs in order, see what we can and cannot learn. Ooh. So we might be putting Earthquake on our Incineroar. Is either that or there's... Yeah, we have bug type moves already, so we're learning either Bulldoze or Earthquake on this thing. Yeah. So that's what the goal is now. And as a matter of fact, I should make a note for myself somewhere. Actually, you know what? Let me put another goddamn 0. Of course it is. We'll make this yellow just to get the attention. You know what? We might as well just end it because, like, good experience. Rock Tomb. Did we miss? No, we're just slow. Okay, I've made some notes. They read as follows. Incineroar gets Earthquake, Vigavolt gets Flash Cannon, Gumshoes gets Iron Head, and you know what? Actually, I should put Poison Jab on somebody. Just for. No, they don't have a fairy. Yeah, so we'd want. I don't want to stand. Gust means nothing. So actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll put Lurantis. It's poison jab. Alright. So that's what the stream notes are. So now, what I need to see would be plastic. What I need to see is where we get earthquake. Of course it's that far. At the very least, it's before fucking we fight right, so that's good. Wankaroo switch. I actually haven't used the Z move yet, which is crazy, but poison jab. Let's see. Yeah, before the next stream, I will be putting, won't be doing that for TMs, but I will be doing that for tutor moves. Alright, Collector Todd's been put in the ground. I mean, I'm not sure. There's probably, yeah, there's not even back there. And there's another Pokemon we can attempt to guess. Ooh, Ditto. Of course it's that. And I killed the Ditto. That's awesome. 17, actually. Okay. That works for a poison jab. Alright, and then we can just figure out Flash Cannon from here. 291. Dig. No. Since I found out about moves like Bulldoze and stuff, Dig has just not been a good option for me. It's either Bulldoze or... Oh, actually... Yeah, Bulldoze has just not been a great option to me. Like, I just don't want to use it. It's just not. Alrighty. So that's the bus. I believe I fought every trainer, so I can go heal and then fight him, and then we'll go and head back down to the base, basic street. Yeah, we have a plan. One of these is, well, both of these are endgame, but realistically speaking, we're not too far from the endgame. I don't see this stream series going to the Sun specifically. I don't see the stream series going that much farther than September. Especially if I actually do decent time, because like we're only 30 minutes in, and we're about to go back down a second time. And we likely will end up going, you know, all the way. Not to the end of the island, I don't think, but at the very least our next trial this session. Which then puts the end of this island and everything that happens afterwards next time. Okay. They're using Z moves. But like, yeah, we're not too far from that. Like, Seafolk Village is the first place we end up after we Alright, what Z-move are you about to use? It's like, oh, you know what? Probably Steel to counter fairies. I'm not doing that for you. Slash. But yeah, nah, Seafolk Village. The Route 17 is even closer, which is where another one of the cams I'm looking for is. And the one thing that I remember that I feel like I actually need Earthquake for, the cam is literally right before that. So there isn't much post game in Sun and Moon. There's stuff I can show off, right? Now obviously I can't do much for the Elite Four and Champion fights because that's random. I might do like one. Didn't even use the Z move. We're cooked. But yeah, no, I'm probably gonna do like one of those. There we go. I got snot. Alright, I'm gonna go heal and then we're gonna go back to the bottom. But yeah, no, so there's that, there's that, there's close game for Sun and Moon. I can get type Null, I guess. There's the Ultra Beast storyline, which is actually way more involved than in Ultra Sun and Moon, but that's because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have a completely different post game. But that's not going to take too much time, realistically. That one. So with that, we've bested every trainer here. Hold on. I need to change this. Yes, we would. I will maybe need a break in the middle of this, maybe, but it just depends. But yeah, we just need to avoid these damned trees now. Not get jumped by birds. But yeah. So we're not too far from the end of the game. We might not be end of game next time. See, that's the thing, right? Because the actual end of this game, it really just depends where we end up here. But the actual post game isn't all that much, really. I mean, I could go catch Zygarde, but no, I'm good. Had enough of Zygarde. I like him, but yeah, I've had enough of Zygarde since the EA happened. So I'll just leave him there. I think I'll only go into that. No, I have to go in because I need to get Earthquake. We'll attempt to catch him. We'll try, but that's... Oh, wait, hold on. We're good, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. These fucking jokesters. But yeah. Because, like, the pose game isn't all that much, right? And I can do... There's the Ultra Beast stuff. There's getting type Null. There's... I think... Can I do the couple of refights at the end? Like, first one with the captains? I think I can. but that can all be like one stream. It really just depends. But yeah, I don't see this going farther than... I don't see this going too much longer. Especially if we actually make a good time. Yeah. It's him. It's their leader. Out here doing BS yet again. All right, let's go ahead and put this to sleep. Yes. I love watching someone talk themselves up and get destroyed. It's awesome. Nice background. I was wondering why the sound. Oh, Galicified's out first. You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of his team later. It's not like it matters. Alright, he's gone. A little bit messy than it could have been, but a little bit more messy than it could have been. It's whatever. I have to see if there's a better type move this thing can have. Alright, that's that battle done. And we got a good amount of money too. I haven't actually looked at how much money we've gotten. Yeah, on paper, none of what we have left is a lot. It really just depends how well I do at actually finishing this stuff. Hey, Insidium Z. Hey. Yeah, that's right. That's on the way. Victory Road is something. Actually, I prefer these shorter ones if we're being completely honest. Alright. Now it's time to make a long trek around the island. We'll be fine, I think, with the ghost type trial. But first, healing. I think this one we might only get... It depends on where we end. It's only been 47 minutes, so I don't see it going. I don't want to go too long. I'll probably go 2 hours-ish. It really just depends on what I'm doing when the 2-hour mark hits. If I'm not really doing much of anything, I'll probably just stop. But if I'm in the middle of something, I'll probably see it through till it actually finishes. Alright, so we're officially past the part that I tend to make it to when I replay the game a lot of the time. That doesn't mean I don't know what's happening, and it's really not that hard to figure it out. But usually the parts I remember are everything before this. Mainly because at this point we're out of the game becomes... I think I brought this up last time, but there's always a point in a game that's like the weakest. I think the part we just exited is that for Sun and Moon. For Sun and Moon, the weakest part is from roughly Yahweh's trial up until Sophocles' trial. At least to me. Once you get past that, it's good. Break the Herdier. I love double battles, lagging shit out. Interesting. And there that goes. Another level up. Actually, if I wanted to talk about that, what would I say is that for all the... if going by each region... Kanto, I'd say... Honestly, I'd say it's Lieutenant Surge, like directly after Misty, up to around when you get to Erica. And then for like a close second, it'd be any of the dungeons after you get Koga's Gym Badge. So that'd be... Oh, I did the wrong thing. So like that'd be Seafoam Cave or Seafoam Islands. That'd be Pokemon Mansion. I'd even say Kanto Victory Road is like that. If none of those, right? Because like the other ones can be easy. You know, if you do them right. The longest time sink is Self-Go. Especially if you play it smart and have to fight everybody. Because it's already confusing as hell to get through that place before you get the key card. And it just gets worse. Johto, I haven't experienced Johto all too much, but from what I remember, it was everything involving Team Rocket whenever they would stop your progression, like directly before Price. The Lake of Rage is cool, but actually doing the hideout was trash. So I don't know if this means you could evolve a Pancham here, or if it still has the same evolution method. I really never used a Pangoro, so or Pancham period. For Hoenn, that one I actually have a better answer for, or at least more familiarity with. For Hoenn, I would say, honestly, for Hoenn, it is the point directly after you fight Winona. Like Mount Pyre all the way up until you actually get to Moss Deep. And especially we're talking about maybe even have a Sapphire, that's that place, like, I just don't want to be there. Diamond and Pearl, so Sinnoh, so Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. That would be, I think. I've played Diamond and Pearl so much that I play the entirety of Gen 4, like Sinnoh, so much that it's really, I'm over it. But like, I think the Galactic Hideout, that's actually like something pretty common. That the point that sucks is around when you have to stop everything to go do the goddamn evil team stuff, which is part of the reason why I'm so glad they stepped away from that, at least for a little bit. So we have a break from it, right? Like, I'm interested to see if Winds and Waves has it. I kind of prefer if it did, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't grateful for the fact that it's not in every goddamn game. That's all it really needs, is a bit of variety. Like, you don't have to have an evil team every time. And you don't need to get rid of it, right? You just need to do it when you actually execute it, do it good, and then maybe after twice, 3 times, you do a game that doesn't have one, and you just keep doing that. This really just depends on if I'm faster or not. There we go. So yeah, Sinnoh, it'd be that. That or the anything involving Mount Coronet, so like the going up to Snow Point, actually going up the mountain, like that mountain slows you down hard. But it's all connected around Team Galactic, so I have to put it around Team Galactic. Unova, honestly, it's actually a lot earlier. It's, I think, around Nimbasa City. If not that, then like Chargestone Cave. It has to be one of those two. I'm just going off of, like, when I am just not, and when I'm having the worst time with the game, it'd be around that. It's everything else, there's a bunch of story everywhere else. It's not slow as shit. There's a bunch of variety in the areas. They look cool. They have good music. Not saying these areas don't. It's just that, like, compared to everything else, they're weaker in pretty much every aspect. It has to be Chargestone Cave or around Nimbasa City. It doesn't help that Elisa is who she is in terms of a gym leader. And yeah, you know what? We can say Nimbasa City up to Driftvale, because Driftvale has great music, but the story stuff there is also just meh. So actually, yeah, we'd say exiting Castelia City and getting your 3rd gym badge. So after that, exiting Castelia and all the way up until Mistralton would be the weakest part of that game for me. Oh, not a big mushroom. We got some stuff to sell. Do I go for black and white too? Black and White, since if we would do that, then Black and White 2 would probably be... I have to remember it. I've played Black and White 2 much less than Black and White 1. I think it'd be... Honestly, I think it'd be around the same part. I think. If I'm remembering correctly, it'd be around the same part. So both sets of Unova games have the same weakest part for me. X and Y. Oh, Hapu's here. Hey. I love how eccentrically weird everyone's game is. Nice. Alright, we got Mudsdale, which means we can go across these forsaken rocks. These would destroy your shins. Alright, there's some past witness, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up this stuff. I think you can see them on the map, but... You know what I like? I like how you can hear Pokemon cries. It's not really something you can add anymore now that Pokemon are just out in the... They'll just do that on their own. But at least for the ones that had wild encounters, I think it was a nice touch. Alright, so there's two. Fight me. X and Y, Team Flare is a massive part. Honestly, the stretch leading up to the 6th gym is pretty mid. I like the area where it happens, and I do actually like the I like the area where I like Liver City and I like Pokeball Factory stuff, but like getting there sucks. It's just not a great time for me. So I guess, oh yeah, this is also the area where if we were playing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, this would be the area we'd get a Vic Volt. Thankfully, they have made it so that Thunderstones actually do this in the recent games, because it's a good idea in concept until you realize you actually have to have them be in an actually decent place, or you're just stuck with something in the mid for most of the game. But yeah, nah, X and Y would be around, like, getting to Liver City, so immediately after Clement and right before Valerie. But you know what, I can break it. And I talked about Sun and Moon, it would be right after, or Kiawe's trial all the way up to Sophocles' trial. That'd be the weakest part for me. And then Sword and Shield. Actually, no, let's back it up. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I guess Ultra Count also count. That one, I think actually, just like Black and White 2, it'd be the same stretch. Because it's even more painful in the Ultra games. Somehow. And now we get to Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield's most painful part, it'd be... I know where it is. I know where it is. It'd be right after the 4th gym. All the way up until the 7th. So you'd be... Right? The 4th gym, if I remember correctly, is the fighting or ghost type gym. So that would be... No, not the 4th gym. The 5th gym. Forward. So that would be basically the right side of that second section of Galar. So that would be... That'd be what? That'd be... Sirchester, pretty much. That'd be the only gym that's located within that. I think that actually might just be because that's the only one without story significance, I think. You know, you're like, I think that's the only one where nothing really happens all that much. Because immediately after, you know, you get the water upgrade for your bike, and then there's all the Spike Myth stuff that happens. And right before that is the Fairy Gem. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a bit since I've fully played Sword and Shield. Not because I don't like it, but because I literally do not have any more save slots for the game. Yeah, back to what I was saying. It's like, and then right before that, there's the Fairy Gem, which directly adds on to what happened immediately after the Ghost or Fighting type gym. So yeah, it has to be like the 6th gym. For Sword and Shield would be like everything around the 6th gym would probably be the weakest part of the game for me. Scarlet and Violet's hard because realistically speaking, you can do anything in pretty much any order. No, like if you just play cards for it. I guess we could just do a weakest gym, and I honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I think that would be the normal type gym. Now I'll bring this up in one of the videos in the series that starts next month. But I think there are ways to have story important stuff happen in a game built like Scarlet and Violet that, you know, relies on stuff happening between stuff. It'd basically just be an abundance of flags, which they don't do for some reason. I know the reason. It's probably to keep the game organized. Make it less aids to go back and fix stuff if they need to fix stuff. But I think that would be a great idea. But you know, I'll get back into that when I actually go back to, like, when I actually make that video. Do I have anything else? I mean, okay. Is there anything else? Live version. I think that's just about it, really. There's not really a lot of places like that in a lot of other games. I haven't finished any of the Ranger games, so I can't say about those. And I haven't played Coliseum or either, so I can't say much about that. There's not really much to say there. Whenever I do, I'll probably update that, I guess. Yeah. Honestly, this might have been a good idea for... Actually, I might do this. I'm gonna make a video like that. I don't need to. The anniversaries aren't an excuse, but I really don't need them. I will be putting bumpers for the anniversaries on all the videos involving them that come out until the next anniversary for them. So, in Pokemon's case, every individual, I guess, standalone or standard Pokemon video that we play through will have a 30th anniversary bumper for it, and likewise with Sonic, that'll have a 35th anniversary video on it, or a 35th anniversary bumper on it. We can go look at that up there, but first I'm gonna fight this dude. But yeah. Oregon. Normal type. We can deal with this. We got fighting type moves. Brick. Magneton, we are switching out. This would have been a fantastic. Well, I mean, it probably would have taken this one, or I guess we have Earthquake. What move would we replace with Iron Head? Firefly. I'll have to look at Athena again. Jason. Got Nanade. Alright, X attack. Let's go see this. Flesh Mountain. Right, so I'm gonna do this. I don't think there's a rival fight coming up, but we should be good for it. Psyduck. Well, I read that entirely wrong. Honestly, you probably don't do this. Go Jupiter. My defense harshly fell. That's awful. And this thing learned Thunderbolt. That's a good check. Firo, we can stay in for that, I guess. Keep out. Seek's discharge is 64. But it learns Thunderbolt for TM only. It learns it at 43. So we're actually not too far from discharge. I just prefer Thunderbolt because of the fact that double battle is so I prefer not to assault my teammate as well. That's just me. I actually haven't been on Champions recently. I want to make a video on Champions too, but that comes after all the ones that I promised already, which honestly at this point I think I should be writing down, because I am losing track of the shit that I said I would make. It learns Thunderbolt and Evolution, so I don't really need to worry about that. Alright, that battle is done. This dude doesn't fight us. You turn the heat within Alola's ground into electricity, and it doesn't cost a thing. It is a blessing of nature. There might be an item over here. Allocated. Probably won't work, but might as well try. Yep. Lights. Interesting. Does this thing have static? Oh, okay. Alrighty. So if I remember correctly, I said I could do a weakest part of every Pokemon game. I really don't run into this thing. I think it's a rare spawn. So I'm gonna use the only football I have on it. I have to remember to get these. I got two actually. Ooh, critical capture too. Yes. It's real weird. I actually haven't dropped frames at all. And it's honestly kind of weird because like I haven't changed much of anything. I think some stuff got updated. Blast Turtle. The shell on his back is chemically unstable and explodes violently if struck. The hole in its stomach is his weak point. I see. Go to the box. And a sunstone. And then there's another Pokeball over here. These are the types of places that I want to be able to explore in a Pokemon game. Again, we're going to add that to the list. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pull another sticky note thing. Is what I'm going to do. Because I actually don't do that, I just kind of go for stuff. Alright. Weakest part of every Pokemon region. Places I wish were fully explorable. You know what? Pokemon that should get evolutions. Is there anything else? I can go back and look at the stream if there's anything else, but that's another sticky note that I put on there. And yeah. Alright. Back to the game. We're actually gonna pick up the cell, and then we're gonna look into the building. This is the geothermal power plant. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, this can be lumped in with something from Kalos. Alright, welcome to the geothermal power plant. Take your time and read all about our plant. Time moves slow around here. You say you move geological. Steam turbine. There you go. Cooling tower. Let's see. See. Yeah, see, there's a, yeah. And the power plant in Kanto. Hold on. I think that might just be a diagram or some type of art, but yeah. Huh. Yeah, magma armor. I'm gonna assume that's Blaine. Yeah. This only fuels it. Alright. That was interesting. Let's move on. I knew I was forgetting a video. Stuff to add in Pokemon Champions. Alright, there we go. So I can keep going now. There's only one way to go, so we might as well. Also, I like this theme. It's the theme mainly titled Route 10. I think I mentioned this last time, but I just outright prefer this over Unova's Route 10. Unova's Route 10 works for where it is, but it's not exactly a track I'd just list to, if that makes sense. Ooh, okay. There's people to fight here. And a lot of Slowpoke. They will likely use Water-type Pokemon, so yeah. There's not going to be too much happening right now, because there's nowhere really to heal. I guess for post-game, maybe go after the 4 Guardians. I don't know how worth it that is. I'll think about it. We do have some time before we get there. Ooh, sweet paralysis. And then wake up slap. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's that done. Now it's just this dude over here. And this cell. Come here. So I just need enough of them to warrant a 50% form, and I can create 100% form Zygarde. Okay, yeah, now we're switching. Switch out. I was listening in passing. There was some designs, beta designs for Diamond and Pearl got leaked, I think. I haven't fully looked at them yet. Actually, I think I only really read about them yesterday during our recording, so it's really not, like, I'm really not all that in know on those. I know that there was like a yellow Gastrodon, which may or may not be making a comeback in Pokémon Winds and Waves. But otherwise, I'm not entirely sure. Nice level up. Sandy gas. I might as well stay in. Alright. Alright, so that's the trainer is done. We can just get the hell out of here. Ouch. Alright. Here comes How's Loud Ass. I get so terrified whenever he shows up because I'm like, I'm not ready for a fight right now. And here's him. I love foreshadowing. It's incredible. Yeah, sure. Alright, so let's go look in these. What do you have to say? Let's see. I never did understand what the deal with this was. Given that it's Sun and Moon specifically, I can only assume they're dead. So, yeah. Pick that up. Moonstone. Alright, no, I'm not letting you get away from me. Come here. Alright. I'm ready. Guard spec. I wonder if I scared that off. No, I did not. Efficiency. Nothing seems to be bothering. God, you, for fuck. Finally. Alright, let's see. Wishy-washy. Do I have this? I might. Maybe. Yeah, I do. I mean, I can end it for the experience. That was so necessary. All right, so that's that. We can come back here later. Alright. How are you? Let's see. So we're just gonna leave him alone. Taunt. Thank you. All right. Yep, this place is cooked. Alrighty. Yep. So this is where the league is. We're coming back here later. But the very first thing that I need to be doing... heal. In 30 minutes, I think we'll be done our ghost trial by then. Let's see. Not him selling. Didn't I get... no, I might be confusing it with something else. Anyway. We made money. Alright, I think I'll go... I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see about... not that. I'm gonna see about, yeah, I'm gonna see about finding some of these trainers. item. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but I like the black sand on this beach. Yes, I do. It's a Phoebus. Kill it. It's the fact that it's still fast enough. It's crazy. There it is. There we go. Yeah. Level ups. There we go. I don't think... Yeah. Okay, am I forgetting? Am I remembering wrong, or was there not a photo spot around here? Alright, so this probably isn't a great idea, so I'm gonna have to... Realistically, what I'm switching to isn't a good idea either, but it's better than that. This is why. This is why I said what I said. There has to be better. I can put on this thing. Iron barbs, completely forgot about that one too. Flare blitz, not ideal. Flame charge is also not ideal. Heat wave isn't ideal either, and this is the type of stuff I was talking about. No good. Gabba. It's like no good physical fire moves. don't have some type of drawback like Flare Blitz. This is what I was talking about. I think there should be like a gauge maximum power physical and special move for every type. Because certain types of Pokemon are fucked. I think there might be now, like... I mean, Fire Lash is a thing, but we can't use that. Like, a lot of them are gimmicky or something else. Raging Fury is okay. I'd prefer other stuff. Sizzly Slaw not being in any of the games is dumb. Temper Flare is alright. Alright, I think that is enough. To this? No, I think this is what happens. Now I don't think I can fight that dude. I could go in the water, but I don't know if I should. Yep. You can get in the water. There's not exactly much to do here, but except run into water. Absolutely not. Alright, let's just go back to go where the hell we're supposed to be going. Pokémon Center. Alright, so I think there's a trainer somewhere around here. The rain let up. So, from what I remember, this dude is a bastard, so I'll fight him. I just don't remember why. It seems pretty decent right now. we are going to switch out for Sage Fruit. I'm ready, Fire Fang. Marowak. Safe to say Alolan version, but regardless, they're both weak to this. That's something else actually I want to see if they do this type of stuff, the stuff with the riding Pokemon again. I like the idea that they're going with. Again, I've seen the leaks up until around when the game was revealed, so I don't know what new stuff has been revealed through said leaks. I've actively been trying to avoid it until around when I should be making my next set of Pokemon Day videos, which is rapidly approaching, actually. So, is there anyone else out here I can fight? No, doesn't look like it. That might be the fight that I have to worry about. At least right here. Let's go. Hello. Oh yeah, this. I remember this. Okay. Yeah, we gotta fight Shogun now. Damn it. Hey. Yep. Yeah, so we should be getting the trial done by the end of this. It's 46, yeah. This will be the last thing I'll do. think there's something in here in Pokémon Sun, but not, or at the very least a bit after this. Goddamn team sword. There we go. And off it goes. This can only go great. Only go great. 5 luxury rolls. Oh, that reminds me about Pokeballs. Alright, let's get to it. I might fight everyone on Route 15, maybe. I might not, I don't know. Maybe not worth it. And it started raining again. So, Vulcan should be put up front because of the dark type. Because of the dark type. We're dealing with a bunch of ghosts. Mimikyu is going to suck. Because, unlike usual, I don't have any real way to counter it. Because it's part fairy type. So the best I can hope for is putting the bird in front and burning it. That's not going to happen for a bit. Alrighty. Fought everyone here, so I just need to go to the trials. Let me in. Let me in. Let's go. I don't need any right now. I can go buy some. I also need Psychic type for poison types. We have Psychic, but I don't think anyone can learn it. This shit. So we'll know when we run into something to take a picture of. Dumpsters does learn Earthquake. So we put it on that. Doesn't looking for. I'm gonna put ice fang on it. Iron head, stop tantrum. I'll see the Zen head, but so yeah, I'll be putting a couple of moves on ours. Unfortunately, that steel type move would have been fantastic to have now, but I forgot. I forgot because I'm dumb. You know what? Yeah, I said I was gonna put the cat up front. No, I didn't. That was insane. Or at least you crunch. Good and damn well, I'm not gonna get it for a while. And that is, yep, that makes so much sense. I might just fast track Ice Beam, honestly, because that, no. And where do I get Surf? Surf. Oh, okay. That's what it is. Alright. Shopping cart is flailing wildly. Okay. Go for it. Hat. Darkest Lariat. Okay. There's a Pikachu. Alright, this is the last normal one, and then we have to execute the plan. Take a Shadow Claw. Incineroar. Oh, damn it. I'm waiting. There we go. Okay. I might have to go back and get Shadow Claw. That's probably something I'll do right after the stream, so I don't forget. Which one is better, Fire Fang or 65? So I probably want to put Fire Punch on there. I use those on Fire Punch, right? Or am I just screwed? might just be screwed. It does learn Fire Punch. It also learns Fire Pledge. It learns that that's another Poké Tutor move. So I just need to remember the tutor moves I gotta give. Word. It's time to execute the plan. This one's cool. Got a bunch of Pikachu pictures. There's a picture of Ash up there. That looks new. That looks like something made for the game. Cosplay Pikachu from Omega Ruby Now Sapphire. Flag. Pikachu stuff. Pikachu drawing. Another Pikachu poster. Another picture. Nothing down on the ground. And if we turn fully around, there's our totem. Doing whatever this is. Yes, I do see. Base, you demon. General stat raising. I remember this one being a pain the first time I played this. It might be one now, because this is, I think, the first time I don't have something that actually outright tells it. I want to see what it does. Yep. Alright, there's the burn. Yep. Break the disguise. I forget what it calls. Does it call it Gengar? Or a Ghastly? Haunter. I think it switches between Ghastly and Haunter. If I do it again, it'll definitely, the burn will actually stick. So, well, that's a burn for you. That might not be great. Damn! Well, we're doing it again. Make contact with me if you dare. Okay, well, there that goes. Goodbye. Oh, you get a critical hit now. Okay. For 2 hours, so this will be the last thing we do. Yeah, there's quite a few Pokemon moves. There's quite a few moves that we want to that we'll want to get. I'll do those pretty much immediately after this, because yeah. And Dark Slayer. Oh, right. Right before this, before I go back to the city, the Shadow Claw put that on our Vulcan. And that's the Totem Pokemon done and dusted. Nice. Almost everyone before. Defeated the Totem Mimikyu. There we go. No, you got it. Because realistically speaking, that was actually a really good performance from you. The rain is cleared. Yes, I completely forgot I had to do this. Alright, just give me a second. It's been so long, it's not in my thing anymore. Alright, items. There we go. I'm not gonna bother changing the size of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother changing the order of them. I mean, they're just gonna be what they are. Is that good? That looks good. Hey, more dust balls. This is way more freaky in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That's to be expected. How do they know what chickens are? All right. So yeah, everything will hit the fan next time. We're definitely finishing this in October or something. But yeah. So the first thing we're gonna go do is buy Pokeballs. And then we're gonna go get a new TM. And then I have to remember to put put the tutor moves on everybody. Yep. Alright, so we need a few more of these. I actually haven't been using these a lot, so we'll just get a few of those. I actually have max potions now. Got more than enough of those. Alright, I need to go to some of the specialty shops. Alright. No, not there. Here. I might be able to buy the Pokeballs here too. Okay. I don't think we have anyone that can learn that. We're putting this on the cat. That is unfortunate. I love people. Alrighty. So we're gonna save right here. Damn it. Since that's where very clearly I expect that to be. I should move that over there. Alright. Yeah, that's it. I will be doing the tutor moves literally right as this is ending. So yeah, that's about it. The next one will be in, well, it'll be soon. And yeah, have a good rest of your day.